What is up, YouTube? My name is James Huntley, and I'm super excited to be sharing some more content with you all. Today in this video, we're going to be going over a basic command that you're going to need as a civil engineer, and that command is the offset command. Now, I want to get straight into it. I do make content like this all the time, so feel free to subscribe to the channel. Keep my videos raw, so don't do any editing. Hopefully it's easy for you to understand how I explain how to use this command. So the first thing that you want to do in order to use this command is actually to type in offset, OF. Really the shortcut is just O, but if you want to type out the whole thing, feel free. Alright, so what does it mean to actually offset something? Well, it just means to basically create separation or space in between two lines or objects. So when would you need to use the offset command? Well, in this image here, I have kind of drawn out something basic, hopefully that you will understand. So here we just have this road, simple road that kind of loops around, and in between you have parking spaces. And this distance between each parking space is the same, right? Between each parking space is the same. Well, you would use the offset command to actually be able to draw out these spaces without having to come in and draw polylines, up, and you might not get it perfect distance, and then it might not be the correct width, might not be the correct length. So to minimize all of those mistakes, as civil engineers, we like to make things simple and easy. So in this specific example, the space between these lines is 100, and we can back check that just to make sure. I'm just gonna so basically what I'm doing now is just going in, checking my properties to see the distance of that line, and it is in fact 100. So I know the distance between my parking spaces is 100, and I know the total distance of that line is about 300. So in order to continue my parking spaces, because basically what I want to do is to just extend my parking spaces all the way to the end. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out by, again, typing O, offset. Then you just want to specify your distance. In this case, it's 100. So we type in our distance. So we type in 100. It's 100 feet. So it's measured in feet. And then you want to select the object that you want to offset. So I want this line to be shifted over 100 feet or to be offset 100 feet. So as you can see, you can select the side that you actually want to offset it. So it can be on the left side of the highlighted blue line, which would be an overlapping line, or to the right side. We can do the same thing. Offset it 100, and then pick the side, goes over. And then, once you're in the command, you can actually just keep selecting the different objects that you want. Or it's a lot quicker, so you click the new object that you want to select for the same distance, and then you can select the side. Now, if you want to switch that distance up, just go and offset And let's say we want it half the distance, so we want to make some smaller parking spaces for it to be compact. We'll just split that number in half, put it at 50, just for the purpose of this example. Then we'll select our object that we want to offset, and as you can see now, it's splitting them up in half, and then we can continue to do that. All right, so that's basic, I guess, use for the offset command. What about if we want to get, I guess, technical? So as you can see, this road is actually an offset, right? You use offsets for a lot of different things. But let's say we want to offset this entire center line, right? Because we want a road. Just going to get rid of the south side box for now. Right. Let's say this is our center line, and we want to offset that. I'm checking the distance now, just to see how far it is from the center line to the edge of my road. If you have not seen some of my other videos on like polylines, checking distance, please be sure to check that out so you're not confused. So it's 100 as well. So I can't do that. Okay. All right. So for this particular example, I want my center of my road. So I'm just going to say this is the edge of my road. From the edge of my road to the center line is 100 feet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to offset this entire line by 100 feet. So you hit offset again, type in the distance, and look at that. It does it perfectly, so everything's arced correctly. So let's get rid of this. So I just changed my line type so that you'll be able to see it a little bit better. But this is my new center line, right? And then if I want to offset it because this is the center of my road, so I need another edge to the center of my road. So I want to offset it this time by 200, right? Because from the edge to the center is only 100, so I want to do double so it creates the same distance on the other side. So I'm just going to hit offset. It's going to do 200 this time because that's the distance that I want to offset this entire road. And look at that value. It now created my road again with perfect arcs so that it wraps around smoothly. Before in the video it wasn't perfectly, I didn't do an offset to perfectly draw it out, but now it's a smooth curve coming around. So that's a great advantage of the offset command. You don't have to do a bunch of calculations with those arcs and things like that. What else? What shapes can you offset? So you can offset any shape. I guess. So let's, I guess, try what's a triangle? All right, let's just do a circle for simplicity. So if I want to offset my circle a certain amount of feet, I'm just going to use 100 in this case again. So you select the object again, and you can choose either whatever side. So if you want it to be 100 feet inside or 100 feet outside, uh, then you can do that. And then you can come out here and just zoom into this target, basically. So, and if you draw a line distance-wise between each of the circles, each of the edge of the circles, it'll be 100 feet perfectly. So this helps you to, create perfect separation. Also, another use case would be setbacks, which you're going to have to deal with. So for simplicity, rectangle. I'll just draw this box, and then I'll draw another box. Let's pretend that this box is, I guess, your plot of land, and then this is your house. Well, you may not be able to, you can't just build your house on anywhere. You just can't build your house anywhere. The city, the government, the state, they have laws in place to where you can build to. So let's say I can only, my boundary for the front of my house is 20 feet. So if I offset it by 20 feet, that's only there. But you can see this line lets me know my boundary. So let's say the back of my house, or the side of my house, is 300 feet. I can't, from my property line to my house, it has to be offset 300 feet. So I'm going to do that just for this example. Okay. And so I'm just going to dash these lines just to help you kind of see your boundaries. And so your house is good right now, but let's say from the back of my house, I'm just gonna trim the outsides because this is what these are my boundary lines that I can build within. And trust me, you will see this every day if you're dealing with residential homes. And let's say, the back of my house has to be offset 500 feet. So I am actually about to run out of time, but the purpose of this video is just to let you know that offset command is definitely used. It has a bunch of use cases for extending, for creating separation. So if you found this video helpful, hit the like button. Feel free to follow me on any of my social media platforms and check out a ton of my other content because hopefully it will be of value to you. Until next time, I'll see you guys on the next video.